అన్ని దేశాల్లోకెల్లా గొప్ప దేశం భారతదేశం. మన దేశ సంస్కృతి చరిత్ర ప్రపంచ దేశాలకు మార్గదర్శనం. భారతదేశ సంపద అయిన యోగా ప్రపంచ ప్రజలందరికీ గొప్ప ఆధ్యాత్మికత, మానసిక పరిపక్వత, శారీరక దృఢత్వం కల్పిస్తూ ప్రపంచ దేశాల మన్ననలు పొందుతోంది. భారతదేశ యువత ప్రపంచ పటంలో గొప్ప స్థాయిలో నిలబడుతుంది. సమీప భవిష్యత్తులో భారతదేశం విశ్వగురువు అవుతుంది అని ధీమా వ్యక్తం చేస్తున్నారు రవికుమార్ అయ్యర్. రవికుమార్ అయ్యర్ ఆయనొక గొప్ప రచయిత, సంఘ సంస్కర్త. భారతీయతను చాటి చెప్పడానికి ప్రపంచ దేశాలన్నీ తిరిగిన లోక సంచారి. 40 దేశాల్లో 300 యోగా శిబిరాలు, 500కు పైగా వేద గణిత సెమినార్లు ఏర్పాటు చేసి మన దేశ ఔన్నత్యాన్ని, మన భారతీయ సనాతన ధర్మాన్ని చాటి చెప్పిన మహర్షి. హిందూ స్వయం సేవక్ సంఘ్కు ఇంటర్నేషనల్ జాయింట్ కోఆర్డినేటర్గా మన యోగాను, వేదాలను, భగవద్గీతను, మన దేశ చరిత్రను, సంస్కృతి సంప్రదాయాలను ఎలుగెత్తి చాటిన దేశభక్తుడు రవికుమార్ అయ్యర్. యోగా భారత్స్ ఇన్వాల్యుబుల్ గిఫ్ట్ టు ద వరల్డ్, ఇండియన్ హీరోయిజం ఇన్ ఇజ్రాయెల్ అనే ప్రఖ్యాత పుస్తకాల రచయిత రవికుమార్ అయ్యర్. వీరికి తోడుగా వీరి ఆప్త మిత్రులు, నటులు, పాతతరం హీరో, రెబల్ స్టార్, రాజకీయ నాయకులు, మాజీ మంత్రి కృష్ణం రాజు గారితోనూ ప్రత్యేక ఇంటర్వ్యూ.
Right. Ravi Kumar iyer garu and Krishnam Raju garu, we are happy to see you both here in Bharat Today studios. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And Ravi Kumar iyer garu, I have a basic question to you. Right from the beginning, we see Hinduism and Sanatana Dharma. So when it comes to terminology, Sanatana Dharma and Hinduism, how do you define, in your perception, what is the Sanatana Dharma and how do you relate it to Hinduism?
The Hinduism is one of the most ancient religions in the world. It has got different names: Sanatana Dharma, Arya Dharma, etc. These are all qualifications. Sanatana means that which has no beginning and no end. In the olden days, only word we used was Dharma. But when more religions started happening, so we had to compare this Dharma with that Dharma. Then we had to give some name by its quality. So when you say Sanatana Dharma, because it has no beginning or no end, then we started saying Hindu Dharma. Some people started saying Hindu Dharma because it is associated with the Sindhu and it's geographical in nature. So people living to the east of Sindhu river, they are called Hindus, and therefore the religion practiced by them is called Hindu Dharma. But today, by and large, all over the world, people understand commonly used word for defining this Sanatana Dharma or Arya Dharma or Vedic Dharma is Hinduism. So we also accept. People may not like the word ism, because the moment you say ism, it means vada. Vada means difference of opinion, etc. But we not go into such minute details. Generally, by and large, people understand the same Sanatana Dharma, same Vedic Dharma, the same ancient Dharma as Hinduism or Hindutva or Hindu Dharma.
Being a joint coordinator of HSS, Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, how do you see the present situation of Hindus in India? The people from outside the country, what is their perception?
A very good question. We see some mind-boggling changes happening in the last few decades. The internet has come, the communication has increased, the television connects you to the entire world, some cricket match in some different corner of the world, and you are able to see live here. Because of these communication channels, Hinduism also is getting in the limelight. It is coming into the discussion level. Suddenly somebody will show a scene of Sati in Australia, and immediately the Hindus there, they start responding to it, reacting to it in their own way. But a churning is happening, and therefore in the social media, which has become very, very powerful here, in the WhatsApp, in the Facebook, you find so many discussions taking place in the about Hindu various activities and Hindu definitions, Hindutva, etc. In the ancient time, they used to say, Vade Vade Jayate Tattva Bodha. More and more discussion, more and more churning will bring the best of its essence at the top.
కృష్ణం రాజు గారు, అంటే మీరు రవి కుమార్ అయ్యర్ గారితో ఎంతో అనుబంధం ఉంది. వారు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు వారిని మీరే రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటారు అండ్ మీరు ఢిల్లీకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు వారిని కలుస్తూ ఉంటారు. మీరు ఒక గొప్ప నటులు, తర్వాత ఒక హీరో, తర్వాత పొలిటికల్గా కూడా ఎంతోమంది అభిమానులను సంపాదించుకున్నారు నటుడుగానే కాకుండా. సో ప్రస్తుతం అంటే ఇండియాలో ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్స్ ఏ విధంగా ఉన్నాయి, ముఖ్యంగా హిందూయిజం అనే మాటను కనుక మనం తీసుకున్నట్లయితే సో హిందువుల పరిస్థితి ఏ విధంగా ఉంది?
ఇప్పుడు తినగా గాలి చెదుకుతే తప్ప
ఓకే,
వినగా హిందుత్వం పెరుగుతుంది, స్వీట్ అవుతుంది, తీన్ అవుతుంది, గొప్పతనం తెలుస్తుంది. మిగతా వాటిలో గారెలాగా వినగా చేదుకుతాయి.
ఓకే,
దట్ ఈస్ ది డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ది హిందూ ధర్మం
అండ్ రవికుమార్ గారితో ఎటువంటి అనుబంధం ఉంది మీకు? దాని గురించి కూడా తెలుసుకోవాలని.
అంటే ఆయన నాలెడ్జ్,
ఓకే,
ఇంటర్నేషనల్గా ఆయన 40 years నుంచి 40 కంట్రీలకి ఇన్ఛార్జ్గా ఉంటూ ఆయన తిరిగారు, వచ్చారు. మెయిన్లీ ఒక హిస్టారికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, హిందువుల గురించి హిందుత్వం గురించి ఆయన చెప్తున్నది. చాలా మంచి మంచి మాటలు చెప్తారు, ఆయనే చెప్తారు కానీ అవన్నీ నాకు చాలా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అయిన సబ్జెక్టులోని అది ఇంప్రెస్డ్ లైక్ ఎనీథింగ్.
హౌ అబౌట్ హిందూయిజం? ఈజ్ ఇట్ రియల్లీ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఫర్ కామన్ మ్యాన్ ఫ్రమ్ అవుట్ సైడ్ ది కంట్రీ అదర్ దాన్ ఇండియన్స్?
I'll give you a few examples. So that will make things easy. In the year 2003, Chinese Prime Minister Wen Jiabao, at that time he was the Prime Minister, he was coming to India. Before coming to India, he was addressing the Politburo of the Communist Party of China. Politburo is the most powerful body of the Chinese who are ruling the country. He said, I'm going to India, and what is India? Let me tell you. He said this, and he gave a shloka. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu, Mahavid Vishavahe, Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. He said this, and he gave the meaning in Chinese language and said, to such a great country I am going. And you can see how much people have love and respect for India. Once when our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh went to China, Wen Jiabao asked him some questions in Sanskrit language. Manmohan Singh said, I don't know Sanskrit. I can speak in Urdu, I can speak in Punjabi, I can speak in Hindi, English, but I don't know Sanskrit. But where did you learn Sanskrit? Then he said, I learned Sanskrit from another Sanskrit scholar in Beijing University. That Sanskrit scholar is already 90 plus. And he has translated Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana into Chinese language. Such a great service he has done to India, and government of India has not respected him or given him any award. So Manmohan Singh returned to India and gave him Padma Vibhushan.
So, but do you see the contribution from NRIs? Do you see a real contribution towards Hinduism and towards country?
When Dr. Manmohan Singh went to America and he met the President Obama, they both were talking to each other, one-to-one discussion. Obama will talk to Manmohan Singh will talk to Obama. Only these two people will ask question, etc. answer.
Okay.
Behind them, their personal secretary was taking the notes. The personal secretary of Manmohan Singh, his name is Jaideep Sarkar.
Okay.
Same way, the person who was taking notes on behalf of America, he should be an American citizen. He should have studied in American schools and colleges, and then he must have passed the various examinations there, and he must have, by merit, he would have started at a lower level, and slowly in their Senate, he must have come to a very high post. His name is Anurag Goyal.
Okay.
Now you can understand the power of NRIs.
So you are saying that, but is it really a contribution to India or is it contribution to a Western country?
Very good question. See, you cannot jump from first standard to PhD.
Yeah, of course.
You have to go from step by step.
Okay.
In the year 1999, there was a big problem in the world called Y2K.
Y2K, yeah.
At that time, they went on recruiting Indians as clerical staff. All you have to do is to type the data. Sit in the bank, type the data. Sit in the police department, type the data. Even the airlines, everywhere, wherever computers are used, these people are only doing typing work, data work. In the year 1999, they went as kindergarten people. From there, they have come to this level, and they have broke through the monopoly. The question is, we have something called the family. In a broken family, you cannot expect so many wizards to come. In our family, there is a person called mother. She takes care of the children so much so that the children feel that I must excel in my studies, I must excel in my job, and I must values of imparted by my parents are very important. Therefore, I will remain within the Indian value system.
Okay.
This is making them more intelligent.
So, as you said, Indian value system. So, is it getting developed or is it getting degraded right now in the society? So, when comparatively also.
Now, in America, there is competition for children of the age of 12 and 13. It's called Spelling Bee.
Okay.
In that Spell Bee competition, last 10 years continuously, the first prize, the second prize, the third prize, the fourth, all Indians.
Okay.
So it's the whole world is wondering how come these people are so intelligent. So in information technology, IT field, every country says we want only Indian. Why not Philippines? Why not this? Of course, others are also being called, but the majority are Indians.
అండ్ కృష్ణంరాజు గారు, అంటే మీరు అన్నట్టు రవికుమార్ గారు చాలా విషయాలు లోతుగా చెప్తూ ఉన్నారు, చాలా స్టాటిస్టిక్స్, తర్వాత చాలా పాయింట్స్, అంటే స్పెసిఫిక్ పాయింట్స్ అన్ని కూడా చెప్తూ ఉన్నారు. సో అండ్ వారు రాసిన పుస్తకాలపై మీ అభిప్రాయం ఏంటి? అంటే యోగాకి సంబంధించి రాశారు, తర్వాత ఇండియన్ హీరోయిజం ఇన్ ఇజ్రాయెల్ ఇవి రాశారు. సో ఆ పుస్తకాలపై మీ అభిప్రాయం?
ఐ వాజ్ సో ఇంప్రెస్డ్. అది ప్రింట్ చేయించి నేను చాలా మందికి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేశాను కూడా.
ఓకే.
He has purchased so many of my copies and distributed to so many people.
అండ్ యోగా గురించి కూడా పుస్తకం రాశారు. అంటే కామన్ మ్యాన్ యాంగిల్లో కనుక చూస్తే నరేంద్ర మోడీ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా కూడా యోగా తెలిసింది అంటారు. బట్ ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఇటు చైనా వాళ్ళు కూడా యోగాను వాళ్ళు ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేసుకుంటూ వాళ్ళు జీవనం సాగిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ప్లస్ వెస్టర్న్ కంట్రీస్ కూడా యోగాను ఆల్టర్ చేస్తూ కొత్త పద్ధతుల్లో నడిపిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. బట్ మన దగ్గర యోగా మీద అంత ఎక్కువ జనాదరణ లేకుండా పోయింది ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో. అంటే మన మోడీ వచ్చేంత వరకు కూడా నిజం చెప్పాలంటే
జనాదరణ లేదని కాదు, మనం పబ్లిసిటీ ఎక్కువ చేసుకోం.
ఓకే.
ఇది ఇంతకు ముందు కూడా ఉంది. నేను 14th ఇయర్లో నేను యోగా మొదలుపెట్టాను.
మీ 14 సంవత్సరాల వయసు.
14 సంవత్సరాలు.
ఓకే. అంటే మీ ఆరోగ్యానికి, ఇప్పుడున్న ఆరోగ్యానికి రహస్యం అదే అంటారా?
ఎందుకంటే మైండ్ అండ్ బాడీ బోత్ యోగా రెండింటికి పనికి వస్తుంది అన్నమాట.
And Ravi Kumar garu, what do you say about, what is your perception about yoga? Is it a sleeping subject still in India?
On the first International Day of Yoga, Narendra Modi was doing yoga in Delhi on the plains of street of near that India gate. It broke so many world records.
Yeah.
The maximum number of people doing yoga simultaneously, it was something like, I think, some 50,000. Then second was all the embassy ambassadors and their staff were doing it. So number of countries doing yoga simultaneously was also a world record. That means yoga is growing very fast in India. Even before, the person who took yoga to all over the world is not an American. He was from here, Dr. B.K.S. Iyengar. And he has popularized it all over the world. So both India and outside India, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has got 50,000 shakhas. In all the shakhas, even in remote villages, yoga is done every day.
Okay.
So like that, there are different organizations. Ramdev Baba has propagated yoga all over. He took the help of video and other things, modern technology. Many people have done for yoga and it has gone far and wide within India and outside India also.
When it comes to Hinduism, around the country, are really people attracted to Hinduism? You said yoga, so maybe it is for health or whatever. But when it comes to Hinduism, it's a way of living. So are people attracted to Hinduism?
Hinduism, even food habits and all, Hinduism will come. Hinduism comes in so many ways. Now, if you see that religious practice, doing puja is Hinduism, then also I will say, today in this 21st century also, there are number of people who take kavod or going to Ayyappa temple. It's not decreased, it is increasing.
Increased, yeah.
For the last 70 years, Kerala has been ruled by left Communist Party or right Communist Party, but it is CPM or CPI. They are in power all the time. They openly are anti-God. They say we are atheists, etc. But in the whole world, on an annual basis, the maximum male devotees are going to Ayyappa.
Okay.
In the world. Similar, it is more than Mecca and Vatican, etc. Maximum number of female going every year is Artikal Amman, the Bhagavati Amman temple in Trivandrum. On an annual basis, every year the maximum number of children practicing is in Kerala during this Janmashtami day, when they have this competition for Krishna dress competition. All the boys will be dressed like various forms of Krishna, and the girls will be like gopis and radhas. This is the highest in the world here. So you can see that in Kerala also it is growing, other parts of India also growing. A few people who make noise against this, they take the limelight in TV, etc. does not mean common man is with them. No, common man is more religious.
As you said, anti-Hinduism is getting increased in India day by day.
Only on the media, because media wants to focus. One person saying nonsense, immediately he becomes a hero on that day.
But a bunch of people maybe they will get inspired by these people and...
See, when a person gets inspired by a wrong thing also, these are the days knowledge-based society. So he will come and talk to 4 people and say anything against Hinduism. There are 4 people who are ready to answer him, and then he also gets the right message. More people are coming towards Hinduism. The DMK is one party in Tamil Nadu which always talks nonsense against Hinduism, but in their homes all of them are practicing Hindu thing.
Okay.
For example, Karunanidhi's daughter Kanimoni was arrested and kept in jail. All his brothers, her brothers, who are sons of Karunanidhi, instead of doing any religious activity in Tamil Nadu, they will be disgraced. They came all the way to Andhra Pradesh and they were doing Anga Pradashanam. Please release my sister, please release my sister.
But these days what we see is a conversion, a bunch of conversion, means a conversion to
Conversion is a very dangerous thing. And conversion, as Swami Dayananda Saraswati said, is violence against practicing people. So conversion should be opposed tooth and nail, and this is a, because of poverty somebody is converted, not because of ideology. Most of the conversions take place because of poverty. So 2 things have to be done. First, we should oppose conversion, because by law also conversion by paying money is a crime, crime against humanity. Second thing, we should see that 20% of the people do not know how to write, do not know how to sign, do not know how to count. So can we uplift them, bring education to those places? Therefore, organizations like Ekal Vidyalaya, then organizations like Ramakrishna Ashram, organizations like Seva Bharati, they are working day and night to see that the remotest village also people get the formal education.
So, but what do you advise? Being Hindus, we have to be alert, or we need to stop those conversions?
2 things we have to do. One is we have to oppose wherever conversion is taking place. The Hindu should rush to that place and to see that these people are brought to police. Action is taken against all these people who are converting people. And second thing is, we should go and educate our people.
But is this possible in secular India?
Definitely, the law is there. The law does not allow you to convert by bribing people or by threatening people. So you can definitely take action against them.
Okay. So, but we are seeing so many conversions. As I said, we are seeing so many conversions.
Because our volunteers are not reaching in those areas to help our own people. So we need more and more socially active volunteers, especially in tribal areas, especially in these coastal areas where the fishermen are dependent on weather. If the weather is kind, they make some money today. If it is not kind, they will not make money. So they are next door to poverty. In those areas, there is a great need for volunteers to go and work among these people.
అండ్ కృష్ణరాజు గారు, ఇందాక మనం అదే పాయింట్లో వెళ్తున్నాం. అంటే మన సంపద అంతా కూడా బయటి వాళ్ళు చెప్తుంటే అది ఎలివేట్ అవుతుంది, మనం గర్వంగా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నాం. మనం ఇక్కడ కనీసం స్కూల్లో కూడా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయం. మనం అంటే భగవద్గీత శ్లోకం చెప్పడానికి కూడా మనది సెక్యులర్ కంట్రీ, మనం అలా ఉండొద్దు, ఎందుకంటే ముస్లిమ్స్ ఉంటారు, క్రిస్టియన్స్ ఉంటారు అని చెప్పి చెప్తూ ఉంటాం. సో ఇది నిజంగా ఒక దౌర్భాగ్య పరిస్థితేనా ఇండియాలో?
దౌర్భాగ్య పరిస్థితి అన్నికంటే ఇప్పుడు డబ్బును సంపాదించాలనుకుంటాడు, నిన్నుకుండా తొణకదు అని సామెత ఉంది. మరి అందులో గ్యాప్ ఉంటే అటు సౌండ్ చేస్తుంది, ఫిల్ చేయాలి. హిందూయిజం ఈజ్ ఫుల్ ఆఫ్ భగవద్గీత. అంటే ఇఫ్ ఎనీబడి రీడ్స్ వాట్ ఈజ్ సైడ్, ఆ హిందూయిజం అంత స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఉన్నది, బేస్ ఉన్నది. దాని గురించి పెద్ద ఎక్కువ మనం
బాధపడేది అవసరం లేదంట. సో క్యాన్ యూ టెల్ మీ వేర్ ద ఇండియన్ స్టాండ్స్ in the near future, means over the globe, what is his position when it comes to Sanatana Dharma or his traditions or culture?
Sanatana Dharma, as Gandhiji has said, is the eternal pursuit for truth. That means we are living in 21st century, which is called the knowledge-based society. If you say 19th century, people who had muscle power, they were ruling the world.
Okay.
England and all, they had gunpowder, they ruled the whole world. If you see 20th century, money power was the most important. So America became number one because it is the biggest buyer. And 21st century, it is the age of knowledge. There you see Sundar Pichai coming and all Indians are shining because in the knowledge-based society. So in this knowledge-based society, Indians are shining all over the world. So Indians and Hinduism has got a very, very bright future in this century. By the turn of say 2050 and all, India also will become a superpower in economic terms.
Okay.
That time there will be real peace in the world because India will be worshipped by the whole world as Jagadguru.
Okay, so Jagadguru. In the near future we can see it
happening. All things are happening right in front of us.
Okay. And you are seeing from an international perception. So what is the advice you are going to give to
I am a small person to give advice to anyone. But since we have some problems in our country, one problem is conversion.
Okay.
And another is 20% of our population is still below poverty line because illiteracy. We can, now modern gadgets are available, mobile is available, satellite technology is available. Within 10 years, if we can remove them and bring them to education, bring education to their doors, I don't think there will be any big problem facing India.
Okay. And how do you see the youth of India? So is it participating in...
all the scientists in the world, in Europe, were saying that Earth is flat 300 years before. Even at that time, Indians were superstitious. They were saying, Bhu Gol Hai.
Okay.
Then the scientists in the world said that Earth is stationary and the sun is going around the sun. One Galileo said, a Pursi movie, the scientists told him, they killed Bruno because he said that the earth is going around the sun. How can you say that? Science is saying that earth is stationary and the sun is. At that time, the superstitious Hindus were saying, no. The sun is at the center and the solar system all are moving around. So you can say today also we are superstitious. We say onion is tamasic. We say garlic is tamasic. When everybody is saying in the Western world, we have got garlic pills. Eat it. After some time they will say, no, garlic pill is not good for this people and that people, etc. Till then we will be superstitious.
Okay.
Till science grows, Hindus are always superstitious. These days youngsters are reading through the internet, and so many in the YouTube, persons like Jaggi Vasudevan. So scientifically they are explaining the various information of Vedas. So people are watching that because if you see the number of people who have clicked it, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that is making a big awakening among the youngsters. I see a future of Hinduism very glorious among the Hindus, youth also.
Yeah. And can you tell me something about Indian heroism in Israel?
Indian soldiers sent by the royal kings of Jodhpur, Mysore and Hyderabad Nizam, they went in the first war to help the British army. In a particular place in Israel, there is a port city called Haifa. It's a seaport where the Haifa or whole of Israel of that age,
ఓకే
1918, was ruled for 400 years by the Turks. But the Britishers had promised the Jews in England that we will fight on your behalf, free Israel and hand it over to you. When the Britishers with the army went near Haifa, in Haifa there is a mountain called Mount Carmel.
ఓకే
The Turks had hidden their guns on the mount, and from there they started firing the Britishers. So many Britishers were dying, and they did not want to die here and get defeated. So they withdrew from there. The soldiers of the Hyderabad, they were at the time busy with handling various Turk prisoners of war whom they had captured in Beersheba, another war. So they were behind the forces handling only the Mysore Maharaja soldiers and Jodhpur Maharaja soldiers were in the front line fighting for. So they told the Britishers, we are Kshatriyas and our salary is paid by our Maharaja. When we go back, we have to answer our Maharaja. He will ask, as a Kshatriya, why did you withdraw?
Okay.
Because in our dictionary there is nothing called going front, then going back and going front. No. Once we have taken one step forward, we cannot come back. But they said the enemy is having guns, they are having tanks, they are having machine guns and cannons.
Okay.
How can you fight? We have got only swords and the spears. He said, all logic fine, but it doesn't matter if we die here, but we cannot go with a black face. These people on horses and the foot soldiers who have to run, they went into action with such a speed, with such great courage. Jai Shivaji, Jai Bhavani. They shouted the slogan and went on charging on the
ఓకే
Turks, who were all hiding here and there. They had made the trenches and they were well guarded inside that. From there they are shooting. But they massacred and they went on spearing them. And the cannons were seized away from their hands. The machine guns were removed from their hands. And by 3 o'clock on 23rd of September 1918, Indians made a clean sweep and made a complete victory.
వండర్ఫుల్
Never in the history of human race, anywhere in the world, the swords and spears have defeated cannons and
Yeah.
machine guns. So this then when Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to Israel, he went to that small port city called
Okay.
Haifa,
Yeah.
and there he laid wreath for the memorial built by the Britishers at that time.
అండ్ మీకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది నాకు, అంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు సినిమాల మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తున్నారా లేకపోతే రాజకీయాల్లో మళ్ళీ యాక్టివ్గా అంటే ఉన్నారు ఇప్పటికీ బట్ ఇంకా యాక్టివ్గా ముందుకు రాబోతున్నారా?
యాక్టివ్గా ముందుకు వెళ్తున్నాను. సినిమాలు తగ్గించాము.
ఓకే
ఓన్ పిక్చర్స్ ఏదైనా మంచి క్యారెక్టర్ డబ్బు చేయట్లేదు. నేను మోర్ ఆన్ పాలిటిక్స్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ రవి కుమార్ అయ్యర్ గారు అండ్ కృష్ణంరాజు గారు. మీరు మా స్టూడియోస్కి వచ్చారు అండ్ మీ భావాలను మాతో పంచుకున్నారు. You have communicated, you have come to Bharat today and you have given so much of knowledge to us and you have communicated with us. Thank you very much అండి.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
నమస్తే.
I thank all the audience also.
ఇది నాటి స్పెషల్ డిస్కషన్. చూస్తూనే ఉండండి భారత్ టుడే, భారతీయుల హృదయ స్పందన.